Hi, I'm Lee and this is Harry. You'll probably recognise Harry from Skaters. Harry's one of the roller hockey team there at Skaters Scorpions. And if you've seen Harry skating around, you know he's quite quick. We're fairly new to skating, and I'd like to think that some of Harry's speed is attributed to the way we look after our skates and equipment. So for anyone who's new at roller hockey or skating, we've got a range of skates here, and we're going to give you some hints and tips over the next few videos, and this one of course, on how to make your skates go faster and how to get the best performance out of them. So it'll be things like adjusting wheels, tying laces. If ever you've wondered why skates come with incredibly long laces, we'll show you how to tie them, and how to speed up cheap bearings as well, because some skates come with very cheap bearings like these Rios on the side here, and you can make a fantastic improvement in the performance by adjusting and cleaning the bearing. So you don't need to go out and buy £100, £200 ceramic bearings to start with when you first skate, because it can be a waste of money obviously if you decide to give up skating at a later point. So some good things on how to get more bang for your buck out of all of these skates. We've got some skates over here which start off around about the £40, £45 mark, up to some professional Renos here which go for around about £450 depending on what setup you have. So today's all about wheels, and when you buy a set of skates, they'll be set up to the individual's requirements. Every single person has got a different way of doing what we're showing you. This is just our way, and if you're experienced with skating like we are, or learning like we are, should I say, then you're going to have your own methods to do it, and you're going to say, oh, that's nonsense, I do it like this and I do it like that. But for beginners in skaters who know nothing about roller skating, this is going to be a good starting point where we can show you a few good hints and tips. So today's all about wheels, and when you buy a set of skates, typically these ones to start off skating, you'll notice that as you rotate the wheel, not with these ones because obviously they've been done, is that the wheel doesn't rotate very quick. In fact, it's really stiff. And with a few improvements and a few adjustments, you can make the wheels rotate really fast like these ones do here. And they're rotating at high speed, still continuing to roll. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but with a very cheap bearing in them, an ABEX 7 bearing, with the bearings all cleaned out and the grease taken out, and a few little hints and tips. I'm going to show you how to do that in other videos, but this one is all about adjusting the wheel and how to take the wheel off and how to reset the wheel back on. A lot of people, especially children I suppose, will be interested when people do a skid stop. So a turn stop, the wheel makes a vibrating noise, and if you've seen Harry skating, when he goes to stop, he swings his feet out and twists hard, and it makes the skate make a vibrating, rather attractive noise to children. They particularly like doing that, and it keeps their interest up with skating. So we'll show you how to adjust the wheels to do that. Some of it's about grip as well, so it's not a given that you adjust the skate and then it makes that noise and you're fantastic. There's a bit of skill, a bit of grip difference on the wheel, so whatever wheels you're using and stuff like that. But we'll show you how to do it. So when you first buy a set of skates, I don't know if you can see, what you want to do is take release the nut. So it's got a nylock nut in the middle, which is a normal nut with a nylon dressing around the outside, and that locks the nut onto the axle so that it doesn't come off with the rotation of the wheel. That's pretty important, that part, because the last thing you want to be doing is skating around and the wheel comes off. So we're just going to undo the wheel nut for anyone who's not done this before, and you take the wheel nut off, and then sometimes there's a spacer on the back here, and sometimes there's a spacer on the front there. Those are just to pack the wheel out and stop them slopping on the axle. A lot of people use these. I use them if I need them, but normally if the nut does up snugly on the wheel, I tend not to use spacers because they can slow the wheel down a little bit. So once you've got your wheel off, we're not going to talk about actually dressing the bearing itself or how to take them out or anything like that today. We're just going to show you how to put the wheel on and how to tighten it down and how tight to make it. If you want to get some extra performance out of it and make the skid stop noise that everyone likes. So you've took your wheel off, you'll clean it, and like I say, we'll show you how to do that in future videos, and you get all ready to put it back on. So you just slot the wheel over. It's a bit more awkward on these ones because they've got an internal spacer, so we'll just wriggle it round and rotate it a little bit. It's not an exact science this, so it'll take a little while. That's it. There's a little spacer ring inside, and I'll show you all about that and what it does in another one. So we've got the wheel on there snugly. We're using washers on this one, so we put the washer on and then we put the nut on. Some people, if there's not much thread, reverse this nut over and put the nylock part on first. But we won't need to worry ourselves with that, so we'll just put it on in the normal fashion. So you want to screw the nut down, finger tight first, and at that point there's loads of end slop on the axle. And then what you want to do is tighten it up. Don't over tighten it, because you can squash the bearing in the middle. And you just want to, just so it's firm and it feels tight. On this particular skate, what you want to be doing is, it's fairly free running as it is because we've got the washers in, but to adjust a normal skate, one that hasn't already been done, you just back off the nut just a little bit, and what you're trying to achieve is a little bit of side play in the wheel, so it rocks side to side, but there's no end float, so you can't move the wheel up and down like that, but you can rock it. Okay, and you need to get as much rock as you can, but without any end float. So the minute you find a bit of end float on there, so we're doing it, I've got a little bit of end float there, I'm just tightening it back up again, just a little bit to get rid of the end float, still a little bit there, a little bit more, that's it, all the end float's gone, and there's a nice clicky rock on the wheel, and it's that clicking rock that makes the noise when you go to do a skid stop, so that makes the vibration. Okay, all these other skates are exactly the same. They're a little bit better engineered obviously than the 40-pound Rios. This is a typical Renault skate with the Arrow wheels on, and Harry's going to show you his new one with his new wheels on. And these are adjusted in exactly the same way, slightly different spanner here because it's a smaller nut, but with rock on the wheel and no end float, that's what you're after. So all of these skates are all adjusted identically. Okay, and in the next video what we'll show you is how to take the bearing out, how to take the covers off, because there's lots of different types of bearings, and we'll explain right from the cheapest ones, which are 50p, right up to the full ceramic bearings, which are £15, which are in, no, we've not got them in any of these skates actually at the moment because we use them for tournaments, but I've got loads of those and I'll show you right the difference from the really cheap ones right up to what we use in the expensive. Yeah, in a different video. Okay, well thanks for watching, and hopefully you found that a little bit useful. Well, it's very simple, I'm sure that most skaters already know how to do that, but in future videos we'll show you lots more of interesting stuff. So please subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for watching, bye. Hi, I'm Lee, and this is Harry. You'll probably recognise Harry from Skaters. Harry's one of the roller hockey team there at Skaters Scorpions, and if you've seen Harry skating around, you know he's quite quick. We're fairly new to skating, and I'd like to think that some of Harry's speed is attributed to the way we look after our skates and equipment. So for anyone who's new at roller hockey or skating, we've got a range of skates here, and we're going to give you some hints and tips over the next few videos, and this one of course, on how to make your skates go faster and how to get the best performance out of them. So it'll be things like adjusting wheels, tying laces. If ever you've wondered why skates come with incredibly long laces, we'll show you how to tie them, and how to speed up cheap bearings as well, because some skates come with very cheap bearings like these